Hey guys, welcome back. This is day 19 of my 31-day challenge. Welcome back to Jordan, the 13th disciple. This is going to be a good one. I'm going to share a story about a time I took a trip to Southeast Asia and just tried to share the love of Christ there. I first want to start off with thank you everyone who's been liking and commenting on all my videos. I appreciate your support and helping me reach people with the love of Jesus, because the love of Jesus is very powerful in my life. And so I appreciate you guys subscribing and just supporting me in doing that. And if you haven't already, please do subscribe and also like and comment on this video to help me reach people with the love of Jesus. Today I want to talk to you about that trip to Southeast Asia. What we did there was we played basketball as a way to get into contact with people. So what we did was we played basketball competitively against college teams locally or club teams, and what would happen is we play them and then we'd get dinner after with them. We also did some sports camps where we teach kids how to play basketball, things like that. Ultimately, the goal was to reach people with the love of Jesus, talk to them about Jesus, and just share with them. And so it was a really cool opportunity that we got to use basketball as a ministry. And so that was really exciting to be able to do that. But I want to tell you about someone specifically. His name is J.Y. And his story, just very briefly, something about his story is that it could have been very easily overlooked about what God did in his life on that trip, considering the circumstances. So what happened is very early on in the trip, we traveled the entire country, right? Very early on in the trip, we invited JY to actually play with us on our team. And JY liked it so much, he enjoyed being with us so much, he actually ended up traveling with us. He just dropped what he was doing in his life, just decided to travel with our team and play with us. And it was really awesome because we got to especially disciple him, just being with him the whole time. And the cool thing about that is cultures are different. Cultures are just different. The American culture and the way Asian culture expresses love is just different. So specifically, JY and his mom, for example, had never said "I love you" to each other. It's just not very cultural to do that. And so what happened is JY felt compelled from our trip because we all were expressing love towards another. We were being very loving towards each other, and it was really cool to see just how they embrace that love, because they haven't experienced that. They don't experience that that affection that we might experience here in the United States. And so what happens is JY felt so compelled to tell his mom he loves her for the first time. And that was very, could have been very easily overlooked, since saying "I love you" to your mom here in the United States is so simple, so obvious. It's not a big deal. If you say you love your mom, of course you do. And so it was really cool to see that he had that transformation, and that we were so compelled on our trip and so loving maybe towards him, that he was just compelled to do that. And it was so inspiring to see God's work in him in that way. It was really cool too, because not only JY, but people like Bao and other locals like that, we were all saying "I love you" to each other, and we were only there for 3 weeks. That's really, that just shows you the impact that God had on their hearts, to be able to have that kind of impact to where they say "I love you," and that's abnormal to them, to someone they've only met for 3 weeks. That's so crazy, just the impact that it had. But it would have been so easy to overlook. So I really want you guys to really pay attention to what God's doing, and just understand that things might mean something to someone else more than they mean to you. For JY, saying "I love you" meant so much more than it might have been for us. Because for us, if we say "I love you," it's not that it's meaningless or any less meaningful, but it's just more impacting on JY's heart than ours. And I can tell you, JY was compelled with love. He was telling his friends to go tell their moms that he loves them. He was so compelled. He was discipling immediately because it was so impactful to him. And we have the same things happen in our life, where God will work in our lives and we're so compelled. We're saying, I gotta tell people. I gotta tell people what God did. God blessed my relationship. He blessed my marriage. He blessed my business. He blessed whatever. And we're so compelled to do that. JY was the same with telling his mom he loves him or loves her. And so understand that God might use you in a way that's far beyond what you think. Because I'm telling you that just JY being able to experience our culture a little bit by us being there really impacted him for the better. And he not only got other people to tell their moms he loves them, but they're changing the culture. They're bringing the love of Christ. It really is changing. Guys, God works in ways that we don't always understand. And rest in your heart and comfort that even if you don't know what God's doing in the situation, rest in the comfort that God has his hand over it, and he absolutely is working in their hearts, even if you don't see it. Love you guys. See you tomorrow for day 20. Got a good one for you tomorrow, so make sure to watch that one, dropping at 8 a.m. See you tomorrow.